A few days ago, I asked my community members if they would like to see a monthly Q&A video from their favorite freestyler named Faith. That's me, by the way. And, well, here we are. This is the monthly Q&A video where I'll be answering questions about life, Rocket League, freestyling, RLCS, and literally anything else you send me. If you guys want to send me some questions for the next episode, then be sure to check my community posts, my Discord server, which is linked down in the description, as well as my Twitter, which is also linked down in the description. Unless you guys don't like this video, well, in that case, then I just won't have to make it anymore, now will I? Let's just get right into the video. Where is the name Faith from, and how did you come up with it? So, I'll give you guys a little bit of the old Faith lore. So, basically, back in middle school, I got in a relationship, my first relationship, and it lasted, I believe it was 2.5 years, almost 3 years. But then in 8th grade, we broke up, and I was not in a good place mentally, I will tell you that. Straight up. So, during that time, I just kept telling myself, oh, you need to have faith. You gotta have faith. You need to have faith, and you'll get through this. So I was thinking about the word a little bit more because that word really resonated with me. And I thought, one, Faith sounds cool. It could be a good gamer name. But also, two, I think the word faith for me just means a lot of things and reminds me of that time. And it just reminds me to push through anything that I'm going to. And it still motivates me today. So yeah, I don't think I've answered that question before on this channel. So you guys got the old Faith lore behind why my name is Faith, because I know it seems kind of random, but yeah. What was your reason to start making videos about RL, and what's the reason you keep making videos? So the short answer to that question is Jakze's Freestyle Friday. I was heavily inspired by that. The longer reason is that ever since I was in like 5th grade, I think, I have a picture somewhere of me in 5th grade saying, or like writing out, I want to be a YouTuber. But anyway, I wanted to make videos about RL because I was really passionate about video making, and I was really passionate at RL at the time. So I just kind of fused the two together and was like, well, I guess this is what I'm doing now. And I've enjoyed it so far. As for the reason I keep making videos, it's honestly the community I've grown over the past years. Rocket League has been pretty dead, and I'll get to that question, a question like that in a little bit. But yeah, it's been mostly the community that's like influenced my videos, kind of, because I would definitely not be making the videos I am right now if it wasn't for the community I had. So thank you. Why did you become a freestyler? Well, I'll try to recall everything from the beginning. So whenever I first started playing this game, I saw a channel called Woofles first play it. And then from there, I was really hooked into the game, so I started watching people like RLFX, Jakze, and I believe Krenovi, as well as some others. And so I got hooked on a bunch of their videos, and specifically with RLFX and Jakze, I got really inspired by like the movements, and I had never seen anything like that before. So I think that was partially what inspired me to become a freestyler. But also another thing is, whenever I was first starting to play the game in casual, I ran into 2 Nixus members. I believe it was Zombie and someone else. I can't remember. I think this was like December 2016 or something. So this is like when I first started playing. And I guess from there I got inspired from what I saw in that game and was like, oh cool, I ran into some freestylers. So I looked up more and more, found Team Nytro, found Pulse Clan, found Freeze, found Nixus, found Redshift, found Swift, found all the teams, and, well, now here I am. What color is your toothbrush? Red. What motivated you to stay KBM rather than switching to controller like most people? This is a question I actually receive pretty frequently. So whenever I was first starting to play the game, I didn't have access to a controller that could plug into my laptop at the time. So I just played on an external mechanical keyboard. And by the time I had a controller, I had about like 2,000 or 3,000 hours into the game. And I really didn't want to get rid of that muscle memory, because switching to KBM and controller is or switching from KBM2 controller is a bit of a jump. So I didn't just want to throw away all of that muscle memory, and I just stuck with the ride of playing KBN, and I'm proud of where I am now. I'm glad I stuck. I have a question about Rocket League. When it comes to learning new mechanics, what's your process of learning? So, whenever I was first starting in the game, I relied mostly on tutorials to like learn about a bunch of new mechanics and just kind of get everything down, the basics like air dribbles, flip resets, stuff like that. But as I've grown up over the years, I have used more just visual cues. I guess, like, for RLFX, for example, there's a lot of mechanics I didn't know how to do and never looked up a tutorial for. And that's not because I have some, ooh, magic fingers or anything like that. That's just because I watched the videos and kind of broke down the movement step by step. And then alongside the clip, I would just play Rocket League and try to replicate exactly what they were doing. That's what I did for Maktuf resets whenever I learned those, is I saw a clip in RLFX, I watched that, tried replicating the movements with the knowledge I had about the game. Basically, my process of learning has just been visual cues, pretty much, just watching other people do stuff and then trying to replicate it. Obviously, though, tutorials are helpful, which is why I've actually made a couple, like the Jakze reset tutorial or the Ultimate Freestyle guide, which are two of my favorite videos. So if you guys want to check those out, it'd be greatly appreciated. Hey Faith, I was wondering if there were any cool things that you personally think could be added to Rocket League as a new addition to the game. Well, the number one thing that I want to be added, please Psyonix, if you're watching this video, add this and add this back. I need non-standardized hitboxes. I'm tired of there being new cars added to the game, and you think the hitbox would fit the car, but all of a sudden, no, the hitbox is like this far out, and then the car is useless and you will never use it again. I am tired of new DLC cars being released for $30 and them objectively being horrible because they don't fit the hitbox. Like, it is the easiest thing to do to just fit the hitboxes, because then people would use different cars, and you would actually give people a reason to buy them, but yeah, I think that's the number one thing I'd want to see added back to the game. As you said, a custom map maker would be sick. I feel like the workshop scene right now could definitely be a lot better and a lot more supported by Psyonix. That would be great. And there's also the whole thing about trading. Kind of wish that was added back. That'd be pretty cool, but yeah, I think number one, non-standardized hitboxes, and then some sort of creative mode, as you said, and also trading being added back. I feel like that's like the holy trinity of things I want to be added back to the game, or added to the game, I should say. So yeah. Are the leaks true that there will be a Pulse Freaky rebrand at 100k subs? Maybe. Maybe not. I guess you'll have to find out. And the only way to find out is by subscribing. You'll never know if I'm Pulse Freaky if I don't hit 100k, so what are you waiting for? It's free, and it only takes about 2 seconds. Hitting 100k has been a goal of mine ever since I was like 10. I'm hoping to go pretty hard with the content in the future. So if you guys are enjoying the video so far and you want to see more like this and want to support me in my journey, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Sorry for the cheap plug, but had to do it. Hi Faith, will you make more KBM tutorials in the future, and how do you keep your muscle memory? So to answer the first part of your question, yes, I will be making more KBM tutorials, and one of my recent videos is the Jakze reset tutorial, which I am very proud of, and I know people have been asking for a long time. So from here, there's a few mechanics I want to make tutorials on, most notably Maktuf resets, 360 Maktuf resets, Heli resets, and the Muirie pop. I think those are the mechanics I want to do next, but if you guys want to like put in your suggestions, please let me know down in the comments or just message me. As for how I keep my muscle memory, it's literally just playing the game consistently. If you're playing the game and you're trying to learn a new mechanic, and then all of a sudden you just take like a 2-week break, all that muscle memory is going to be on. So it's just building up the muscle memory consistently over time. Like practicing a certain mechanic for like 15 minutes a day is better than practicing for 2 hours once a week. So I definitely just say consistency with what you're learning, and that goes for really anything. Honestly, just be consistent. with what you're learning, and eventually the muscle memory will build up. It may take a while, but it will build up. What's your favorite bop tweet? So there's a lot of really good bop tweets that I could have chosen for this, but I actually know what my least favorite bop tweet is, and it's when you ratioed me under my own reply, "How dare you!" Apart from RL, is there another hobby or interest you could see yourself pursuing in the future? So if I were to switch from Rocket League to something else, there would be two main interests that I would consider. First one being Hypixel Skyblock. And for those who don't know what it is, basically there is a server on Minecraft called Hypixel, which has a game mode called Skyblock, which gets frequent updates. It's basically like an MMO RPG kind of game where you can easily sink thousands of hours, like I have, into the game. And it's been something I've been playing for a few years now and have been really enjoying it over the past few months, I'd say. The other interest I would pursue is professional wrestling, and specifically WWE. As of me recording this, John Cena went full heel and bad guy against Cody Rhodes last night, and I am still in shock. But yeah, I think it would be one of those two things, either Hypixel Skyblock or WWE. I've also been watching WWE unironically since I was 4 years old. I'm currently 20. What are you going to school for, and what are some of your goals? So, currently I'm going to school for just a general computer science associate's degree. I'm hoping to get at least a bachelor's degree and maybe even a master's degree. We'll see. As for my goals, I think it would be really cool to somehow work for the WWE with my degree, but I have not looked into it one bit. That's kind of just me speculating. I haven't really looked into jobs or interests in the computer science field as much, which I probably should do, but also, hi Dayton. How long did you play each day to get as good as you are? Well, I think the longest I've played in one session is for the Ford tournament. I played like 8 or 9 hours in that one day. But I think on average, throughout my career, I've played like anywhere from 2 to 4 hours a day, depending on how I'm feeling. Over the past like year or two, I'd want to say, it's shrunk down to like an hour or two every day, but I'm still playing the game, which is, I mean, that's definitely a good thing, so can't really complain. What is your past with Windy Minx? Well, according to Twitter, the most reliable source, apparently I am Rizmaxing, and Windy Minx was seen leaving Pulse Faith's humble abode in urban Ohio. So I guess that's my past with Windy Minx. I don't know. What the hell is a skibbity? Well, you see, Spyro the GC, a skibbity by textbook definition is a gibberish word used as a meme. So, there's the answer to your question. Never ask it again. Who inspired you as a freestyler? So, I have a long list that I could go on and on and on about, but just to list a few, the Nytro boys, Novel, Hoods, Tex, Ironic, Fades, Narwhal, etc. Those guys really inspired me whenever I was first starting, and some of them still continue to inspire me today. As well as some of the goats of Rocket League freestyling, such as Jakze, MK, Muirie, Jakze, etc. So there's a long list that I could say, but those are like my 10 that I am really inspired by. What's your favorite moments video? My favorite moments video that I've made is my Moments 15. I am extremely proud with how that turned out. My Moments 16 is also really good as well, that I posted a few months back. But if we're talking other people's moments though, Fade's Moments Return is one of the greatest Rocket League freestyle videos I've ever seen. The clips for the time are especially insane, and even the clips hold up today. But I'm also a simp for Fade's videos, and I'm also a simp for Tex videos, so if you want good moments to watch, I'd recommend either Fade's or Tex. Probably both. I'd recommend watching both as much as you can. They're two of my favorite freestylers. Do you ever wish you had spent your hours going pro rather than freestyling? Honestly, no. Would I have made more money? Sure, I would hope so, but I don't think I would have had as much fun or have made as much of an impact as I have right now. Plus, there's always the off chance that I could go pro, but I don't think it will happen. I can't even hit SSL after 9,000 hours, so I don't know. Maybe one day, but yeah, I'm definitely glad I stuck with freestyling. I love what I do, and I love the community as well. Do you think Rocket League should do another freestyle competition like the Ford one years ago? I think they definitely should. It is one of the coolest experiences that I have ever been in, and I'm not just saying that because I won the last one, but watching the tournaments before then was honestly really fun, and it's cool to see freestyling get the platform that it did. So my answer to your question is yes, I think Rocket League should do one, but the question is, will they? And I honestly don't think we will ever get another freestyle competition ever again. At least on the same stage that it was before. Because if they haven't done one in the past nearly 3 years, I don't think there's a good chance of them doing one again, which breaks my heart because I literally have a Bronco license plate up there. You probably can't see it, but yeah, that is one of my favorite things Rocket League has done, is those Ford tournaments. So I think they should, but I don't think they will. That'll be the end of this month's Q&A video. If you guys would like to see a part 2, be sure to let me know down in the comments below. This is the first time I've ever really done content in this style before, so I'm interested to see whether you guys like it or not, because if you don't, then I obviously won't continue it. If you guys have any questions for the next video, be sure to let me know down in the comments below, or in my Discord, or in my Twitter. Every social of mine is linked in the description, as it always is, so be sure to check them out. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Take care.